So here at Behind the Build on the customer testimonials, y'all are the first ones. So thank y'all so much for joining us. I just like to talk free form, kind of like we've been doing, right? Just have a good time and tell us. So the process, we talk to people and get people from all over the country, of course, and y'all came from Florida. So how did y'all originally find us? Was it Ryan Brubaker?
Yes. In fact, the day we finalized buying the land, we were driving from the land back to the office, and we said, we have no clue what to do about a builder. And he said, and we said, we want recommendations. So he gave us this other guy's name, and then he gave us yours, and he said, they built my home. And he said, you always have issues when you build a home. There's always things at the end that have to be taken. And sometimes it takes a while to get it fixed. But he said, but R&Ds, they do it. They're with you through whatever needs to be done, for an adjustment afterwards. That's what sold me.
So the first time we met you was on Zoom, and we do that a lot. I got to see your face, but I didn't get to sit with you and talking with y'all. I was like, this is such an amazing family wanting to move to Texas from Florida, and how can we make their dreams come true? And that's what we want to do. And I was like, and every time we get off the phone or out of a meeting, it's like, well, how do you feel? And I was like, I really like this family. I think they're an amazing family, and I hope that, we can make y'all's dreams come true. So we started the draw process with Elizabeth over the phone.
Drawing the plans.
The plans.
Yes, that's correct.
Because you didn't bring us plans.
No, we didn't.
You trusted in us. And how was that process with designing that home?
When we bought the two lots, we knew we were going to merge them. It needed to be something that would fit on those lots. And the way we bought them, it's two pies. So you've got this huge, long, arched backyard, but you only have a house width in the front if you have any kind of sides on it. So we went right to almost to the easements. I think it's 18 feet away from the easement line. And I thought, what do we really want? So I went to the store, bought one of these plan books, and started looking at arts and craft type homes. Mm-hmm. And then we were meeting with Elizabeth, and we're looking across the street from your model home over there in
Century Oaks.
Century Oaks. Mm-hmm. And I said to Linda, look at the color, look at the whatever you call that, that combination of color and brick and everything. I said, look at that. And we said to Elizabeth, can we have that? You can have whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, in fact, with the plans, the one we actually went with, you found online the day we bought the land. We came home and said, maybe we aren't going to build. Maybe we'll just hang on to this for a while. We don't know what we're going to do. 20 minutes later, Randy said, I think I found a floor plan you might like. And I looked at it and said, except for that one bathroom, that's my house.
Well, and we sent that to Elizabeth.
Okay.
Right.
And then she forwarded it on to you. Yeah. And before we knew it, she had scheduled a meeting with you and Dustin. And we said, go. And you took those plans and your own design shop, I understand, took those plans and made it work. Now, the only thing we did,
your lot.
Yeah, the only thing we did was we measured the rooms in our Florida home, and we said, we need this much, we need this much. Mm-hmm. So you took the plans and you increased the size of some rooms and decreased the size of others, so that the overall would fit on that lot.
And then you put in the amazing shower that's in the master.
Oh, we absolutely love.
Almost every time we go in there, we're like, "Is this our favorite room in the house?"
I don't know who came up with that idea, but I think
it's like what's in their model. Mm-hmm. But I don't recall asking for that. I just recall Elizabeth saying, "Well, this is one of the things we do," and that is. So, we take people in the house and show them the shower when they want to.
Come on into my bathroom.
We do.
Well, there's no doors on it. There's no doors on it. It's just a comfortable little seat and everything, and it's so easy to just come and go, and you take care of that. And then you walk out, and there's a big luxurious bathtub. That's the other thing you did is you immediately put us in. I say immediately. I'm saying a week. Put us in touch with Elizabeth. Where was Elizabeth? What was?
You mean Amy Brooks?
Oh, Amy. You put us in touch with Amy Brooks.
Yeah, the interior design.
Yeah, and Amy had her team meet with us, and we were able to pick out our fixtures, the tub, the toilet, and all that stuff, because she had the contacts in all those places. She was. And it was interesting when we went to the lighting store. we had our own ideas about what we wanted, and we kept trying to stay close to the arts and crafts movement, And she pulled me aside and she says, this woman here in the store is trying to sell you. She's trying to upsell you. She says, let me show you something I think you're going to like, and it's not going to be the price tag that she's trying to give you.
She did that every place.
Nailed it. She nailed
great.
it.
Mm-hmm. Help save money.
Save money. And it's in the arts and crafts decor, less is more.
Absolutely.
And it's just perfect. Just I don't know if I answered your question.
Another neat thing that happened when we came to you with the plans idea we wanted, we had said we wanted these high ceilings and, beautiful light, but we didn't know about the beams that you could do.
Oh, yes.
And the look of the beams, that's the first thing people comment on when they walk through the door.
We talk about that a lot, the interior design, what we can do to those ceiling treatments and stuff like that, and with antique wood and of course the truss system that we did in your home, and just we can really tie that together and customize it to what you guys wanted. And it's y'all's vision. We just help bring it to life. Mm-hmm. And then that's what's great about us is yes, we have a lot of ideas and we've done a lot of homes, but I need your vision. I want to know what you want. So I know Randy, yours was 2 garages. We had a little golf cart garage, but it's really not a golf cart garage.
It's a workshop. And it has it's all insulated.
Yeah.
It has air conditioning and heating. The door does come up. The door does come up, when you open the garage door, the shop door. But it gives me a place to do repairs, to do builds, to be, it's just I like woodworking, so it gives me.
And I know you're big on you want to go from that woodworking shop close to a bathroom. Right. So your home is one of the most custom closets we've done, because your master closet has an entry from your workshop, from the bathroom, and then to the utility, which then goes to the bathroom.
And guess what a great suite that is for a empty nester couple. It is probably, I can't come up with which is the best part of the house, because the shower's the best part, the bathroom's the best part, the closet, and the fact that we can go from our bed into our bathroom, into the closet, into the utility room.
We made it very functional for us.
Oh yeah. And we've never lived in a custom home before, and this one, it's so much fun to say, we made this vision and they made it happen.
It totally works. My idea really works. And then the other thing was Dustin. Dustin had an idea about, actually, I think we had the idea, but we took it to Dustin. We said, is there any way, this is a big closet, and we don't need to be standing in the middle of this huge closet getting dressed. Is there any way that we can put a cupboard or a dresser in the middle of the closet?
Little island?
And that happened too, because I was telling Randy there were too many doors in that closet. I said, you've got a door from the garage in there, and then you've got a door from there into the laundry room, and then you got a door into the bathroom.
Right.
And he said, if you'll just put up with this door situation, I'll get a island in the middle with your dresser.
And so he designed a island in the middle. It has a bank of 6 drawers on one side, 6 drawers on the other side. Perfect. One side's Linda's, one side's mine. It has a perfect passway for me to get from the workroom to the
straight
cleanup.
Awesome.
We love it.
So that was one of the things we customized. And y'all mentioned this is the first custom home you built. And, we talked in our previous podcast about how people get scared. Like, how does that custom process work? What do I do? And I've always said, I've been doing this a long time, and I've tried to make it an easy, compact, fun-filled process, because you're spending a bunch of money, and it needs to be that way. So tell me, what was your most enjoyable part about designing your own custom home outside of just buying a spec home?
Probably, I don't even know where to start, but probably the fact that it felt from the beginning like we were in a partnership. It felt from the beginning like whatever idea we had, you could help us figure out how to make that happen, how to make it better. I don't recall you ever saying you can't do that. And that was really nice. But the fact that, especially for being so far away while we were doing this, I never felt, I think Randy feels the same way. I never felt like you were doing something and we were at home hoping everything worked okay. we always felt like we were part of it. And I think the most enjoyable thing was having choices, having really great choices, like who would have thought we could do a deck like that? And then at the last minute, I said, I don't want the stairs over here. I want the stairs over here. Yeah, we can make that happen. Randy said, I don't want the windows screened out on the veranda. I want them glass. Yeah, we can make that happen. So the word fun is exactly right, because when all of our friends said, oh, it's going to be so stressful, we never saw that. The most stressful thing for me was, do I want that kind of granite or that kind of granite? Do I want that fixture or that fixture?
Well, I see a lot of times homeowners come in and they sit down and they're like real uptight and they're cautious. And I was like, and I get the sense that they hear those stories, or that maybe they had a bad experience. And I'm like, okay, let me help you. Let's talk you off the ledge. Let's let you know who I am. And that's what I love about these podcasts is you go through it, as y'all listen to them, you're going to get to know Greg, you're going to get to know Elizabeth, you can get to know the whole team. I want you to get to know us, because all we are is a bunch of small town country guys that want to make your dream come true.
But you're a family too. Your company is a family.
We are family, and I definitely call ourselves a family. We say team a bunch, but we are a family, and family is the absolute most important thing. I was just talking to Justin, our guy in the office, and the other morning he's backing up, hits his wife's car, has a tire damage, and he knows that it's okay. Take care of your family. Make sure your wife gets to work on time. We're good. So he didn't have to call me and say, hey, Ryan, I understand. Things come up. Things happen. Take care of your family first. Family's always first here. So I look at those guys as I say my R&D family. Of course, I have my own family, but my R&D family is just
and
important
that
to me.
spills over to your clients,
It's
your
almost
customers, I think, because we felt like we were just being, welcomed in right from the beginning. Everybody's so personable. Elizabeth, we just loved instantly before we ever met her, just because she was there for us right from the beginning. It was great.
I almost felt jealous that you guys had such a great family to work with on a day in, day out basis. I had a great career, with good companies, but there wasn't the same kind of after work togetherness type feel. And how's your family feel? How's your kids feel? How did the ball game go? You just kind of exuded that. I don't know that you use those very same examples, but you exuded that, and it drew me in. I think it drew Linda in.
Oh, absolutely.
And I could, on the finance side, I could talk with Dustin about how we were going to finance it and all. Now, we were in a different situation than some people because we didn't have to worry about borrowing money in the end, because we knew our home was going to sell for enough to be able to pay off any kind of construction loan. But even in that phase, a couple of times I called just for concern. Linda had concerns. I had concerns about, the normal process of getting a construction loan and making sure that you make your payments in the middle. And it was just easy to work with the bank you chose or recommended, to work with the program that they set up. You even had somebody, can't remember her name, but she walked us through the construction loan process, and I would call up Dustin and say and ask him, rather than going through I could have gone through the computer the computer program that you set up, but I would call Dustin and say, what do I owe? And he'd tell me, and I'd write a check and give it to him. It was just no other better word than just personal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and because of that, really, in from the time we bought the land until we moved in, the only stress was not ever related to R&D. It was related to trying to get things from into a trailer and into a storage unit and all that.
Moving is different, stressful.
That part's stressful, and I was so thankful that the part leading up to that was really totally stress-free. And for that to happen when we're in Florida and you're here was huge for me.
So we kept communication good the whole way through your bill.
Excellent. Oh, yeah.
I know Justin Solis, he was retired military. We were talking about him, and he was a great part of our team, and I'm glad he got along great with you, and hopefully he's going to went to sell cars, but it sounds like now he wants to come back because he misses the R&D family.
Well, I don't blame him. He was so great. He used the term, now full disclosure, a lot when I would say, I think I want this. And in fact, I think it was after I picked the backsplash tile, and I had wondered how it was really going to look in the house. And so when we came in after it had been up, he said, so how do you feel about the backsplash tile now? And I said, oh, I love it. It's perfect. And he said, okay, full disclosure, that's what I have too. In my house, we said, I didn't want to sway you one way or another. And I said, well, that kind of would have helped if you'd said, I have this in my house, because his taste is good too. I felt like his taste was very good. And then there were a couple things like probably the surface we put in the garage floor. I had issues with, I don't know what colors to choose. I don't know this or that. And sometimes he would help me rethink something I thought I wanted in a just because he gave me information I didn't have. So that was helpful.
There were a couple of things that we didn't include in the contract to build a home because we'd never built a home before. And as we got ready to do the turnover, at that point we were working with Justin
Jupy.
And he helped us through those difficult things, little things that you just don't think of. Some of the electrical that needed to be fixed up. He helped us with the satellite situation, getting in touch with the right people, the soft water, plumbing,
water softeners and all that.
Oh, and the day we moved in, the electricity wasn't getting. There was no electricity in the dryer, and we had moved in thinking we're going to do laundry, as soon as we get here. He had somebody out within an hour to take care of it. That was really great too. As busy as he was with all of the things he does, he's right there.
That's what we tried. I'm glad to hear all this because we try to pride ourselves in service. We should provide a service to you. That is, build your home with comfort and ease and make it a fun process that's affordable. So when I hear all those things coming together, it makes me like, oh, yes, our homeowners are happy and truly experiencing what that we're talking about, experiencing to our new customers. So,
well, I feel like I would like you to be able to tell people as far out as we are, it might be hard. Tell people to come by and take a tour of the house because it's not a model home. It's a home, that somebody create. We had the idea and you put it together and made it happen. And if
they're out in the Spring Branch area, tell them come
on by.
Well, it's a little bit further than that. It's
about 20 minutes further than that.
Yeah,
it's a nice ride, though.
We're up in Blanco.
Isn't it beautiful, though?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I don't know how you were able to place my only stress at the very beginning was, are they going to put the house positioned the right way on this land? And Randy kept saying, they know what they're doing. They will do the right thing. And boy, did you get that right.
So we had Brett and Justin met you out there, and we had your plan at the time, right? And talk a little bit through how that went.
Well, what was so cool about that, a lot of it was luck, but a lot of it was foreknowledge about even lining up the sun, the path of the sun. If you were to, our house is not a rectangle, but if you were to take a rectangle and superimpose it over the footprint of a home, one corner faces north, one corner, instead of a whole face, one corner faces north, one corner faces east, one corner south, one corner west. And all of those windows in the back could be a problem if you had faced it any other way. But as it is, sun comes up in the east, it hits the eaves, they start shading the veranda we've been talking about. By noontime, it's completely on top of the roof, not through the windows. And at nighttime, it's coming through the windows as a light source rather than a heat source, because the windows, we've got some pantry and mudroom windows, and we've got the front door windows. And then after we got in, we had some shutters, custom shutters made for the inside window treatment. It's just a perfect movement. It's a mix, really, of the house with the environment.
Yes.
Well, it's like you made the best use of the environment.
That's what we try to do.
Last week, when we got these window treatments in, we happen to have treatments where it they're top down, bottom up, and we've chosen to do the top down. Nobody on the golf course can see us because it's high enough that we can see out of them, and they see our faces, right? But in the morning, we had the most amazing fiery sunrise, and we've had repeated sunsets all the time out the front part of the house. It's just
West Texas has great sunsets, but we have amazing sunrises.
yeah.
Every morning, just a golden orange.
Yeah, he called me in and said, "You got to see this." I actually took a picture of it.
Placed it so that we get to enjoy it with all those windows in the back. So anyway.
Yeah.
So those definitely things that we do the plan. We want to meet you on your lot. So I heard that went well, and then start the construction process. So while we're on your lot, though, we look at things like water. How are we going to bring the water in? Where are we going to bring the power in? Mm-hmm. Of course, breeze, sun. And I was like, we brought all that together with our on-site visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then some. In fact, after the slab was poured, we were still in Florida. Our son, who lives in Dripping Springs, stopped by on the way to a wrestling meet because he was passing into San Antonio. And he sent us a video from there with his kids walking around. And he kept saying, "This is going to be so amazing. You're going to have such a beautiful view through the trees." And so we already got excited about that, but it's even better than what we pictured. So
we had another son come down from Utah for Thanksgiving, and the kids helped Linda set up for Christmas. And he commented to Linda, said, "Dad always wanted his cabin, kind of a rustic type cabin.
All guys do.
And with this veranda off the back and workshop, Dad's got his cabin. But Mom has her beautiful house." And we came from the West, Utah and Arizona. So you have a lot of opportunities to build homes in not developments, but, hillside and mountainsides. And every time we go to our home, we come through that front gate, and we're actually 3 miles from the front gate. We come through the front gate, and it really is like Sundance, Utah. It's like going into Sundance, Utah. It's like going into a mountain road to go to your house, and then to have that design of the house and the colors of the house and the rock work on that, it just mixes with all of the trees and all of the growth there.
Well, I just said to him yesterday, too, that we lived in Florida in the same house for 24 years. So that was a big change, just leaving Florida. And then to come here, it was a big deal. And I said to him yesterday, I'm surprised at how quickly this felt like my home and where I was supposed to be. And that's the vision that you brought, because we thought we knew what we wanted, but we weren't sure what questions to ask or where to go. And so I'm sure it feels like my home because you guys made it that way. You and helped me even come up with ideas I wasn't sure that I was going to want, and then there they were. So
we don't want to walk in front or behind. We want to walk beside you.
No, and
we want to hold your hand and help you through the process, and it just brings so much joy to me, because it's like I found my calling. God made us all to do something. It's like this is what brings me so much happiness and joy every day to bring somebody's dreams to life and to help them achieve those. So.
Well, I'd love to see more R&D homes in our neighborhood, just because they do. Ours stands out and there's a lot of beautiful custom homes in our neighborhood, but ours really does.
When it comes to that, everybody's like, well, you're a little, you may be a little higher than the other guy, and there's a reason for that, right? It's the elevation, it's the look we bring. Whenever you bring bigger gables in the front, more stone and more elevation, you got more roof, and those things would bring cost to the home, but it's a large investment. Yes, but you're going to live it. You're living it for 20, 30 years. I mean, enjoy this beautiful home every day. It may cost a little more. But we do them all the time where, somebody maybe has a budget that we need to be under, and we can bring those, roof pitches down, bring those gables down and help save them money. But it's fun when we have a family that says, no, I want it grand. And I'm like, let's make it grand. I don't know if y'all follow us on social media or not, but we just posted one that we did out in South Texas.
Oh.
Nice South Texas home. So look it up on YouTube or Facebook.
Okay. I follow you on Facebook, but I forgot about YouTube. So
look at it there. So it's an amazing home, just like y'all's. So, but they're extremely happy too, and love the process. And I tell everybody, it's not perfect. your home is built with human hands. And, we're going to guide our trade partners through that process, but there's going to be stuff that's going to come up that we're going to have to fix. And, I love when customers say, I understand it's going to happen, but I know you got us. We're going to take care of it.
That's how we feel. There's some things Justin's working on for us now.
And that's normal, but we're there. We keep all warranty in-house. I don't want to, as soon as I sell your warranty to an outside company, now I've lost touch with it and they're going to tell you no to probably everything just because that's what warranty companies do, right? So that's why we keep that warranty. And I want to make sure, so if you got any problems, and everybody's got my number, but if you have a problem, you call me. But our warranty is reviewed weekly to make sure if there's anything that's outstanding that needs to be taken care of, we get it taken care of. So in my previous life, I worked at HEB. When they were teaching me sacking groceries, where I started with sacking groceries, they said, the customer may have the best experience from the time they walk into the door, buying what they want, loving it. But if their sacking experience leaving to their car, back then we used to carry the groceries to the car, if that is bad, all the beginning stuff doesn't matter. So everything that we can do for you to make you happy, if I don't follow through and take care of something that may not have been perfect, it doesn't matter what I did before, right? So I have to make sure that we follow through that all the way to the end. And I tell everybody, honestly, we're in a relationship and call it marriage or whatever you want. We are in a relationship for sure 10 years because you have a 10-year structural warranty on your home. And then even after that, it's, we say 1 year warranty, but if it's something that we were negligent on, we're always gonna make it right. Because again, small town boy knows that, to be successful in a small town, you gotta don't burn any bridges,
Well, and that, like I said, that was the deciding thing for me, other than you were so positive about trying to make our vision happen, but then already having a former customer say, oh, they took care of everything. You can totally trust them to do a quality job, no matter what needs to be done, even after you're in the home.
So almost 30% of our bills last year were referrals.
Wow.
And that's pretty awesome. When you have that percentage of what we bill be referrals, it's like, wow. And, it was very tough 2 years. 24 and 25 was tough in the industry. But I'm going to be honest, we slowed, but we always stayed busy. And it's because of those referrals. Because of us doing what we say we're going to do, helping that customer, you going out, telling all your friends, social media helping us do this, and of course y'all coming in. But this is what has helped us through this slowdown is we've stayed very steady.
You want to hear some wishes?
I would love to. That was my next question.
What
can I do better?
Well, I don't know that it's do better, but you do so well what you've done. You did so well what you've done. There are some things I want to do on the property that, I'm new here. I just don't know anybody. Things like I can have a wrought iron fence, black, 4 foot high, they say it's to keep the deer out, but it's golfers.
The golfers. Golfers like me that hit it out over there.
We have a big collection of balls.
It's, what is it, rules 14.9? Out of bounds is out of bounds. You have to
drop your ball. Don't go look for it.
Don't go looking for it. Anyway, I want to put a fence in.
Okay.
I don't know who to talk to about fencing. I want to put some lattice work on between the uprights to the patio. I don't know who to call. I want to paint one, the lower foundation, same as the color of the sides. I don't know who to go to. It's those kinds of things that if you've got the contacts, they might charge me more because they have to come from a further distance. But I'd like to be able to decide that.
Sure.
I can tell whether I can spend it or not.
Yep. At R&D, which you hit on earlier, you wish you could move us. We don't have a moving connection yet, right? But pretty much everything else, which you just hit on, we can definitely take care of for you.
Oh, awesome.
We have a fencing company that works very close with us. We have, of course, pool companies that work very close with us. So we have all those connections.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And we definitely want to be a one-stop shop. So that's the reason I brought Barry in 10 years ago to draw plans, because I want to be able to take you from that initial call that says, Ryan, I hear you build custom homes. Yes. And I want to take you from now till even our data guy, if you want your TVs hung, speakers connected, and you just go in there and push the on button and start your TVs, that's the service we provide. So When we get done here, let's get a plan to get out there and get your fence going.
Okay.
Well, and what's nice too is because we already like the quality of the work that you do, anybody you recommend or who's connected with you is going to have the same work ethic and the same quality product. So that's important to us.
And and that's a good point. We're always changing and upgrading that. So if I told you I had the same guys from the last 10 years, that's probably not a good thing. Because every week in our meeting, we sit there and we talk about who is the weak link. Because we're only as strong as our weakest link in the company. So if our painter, plumber, electrician, mason, if y'all come to me with a unhappy experience with one of those guys, I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna dig into it. I'm gonna say, is he our right trade partner? And maybe he's not. And let's try to expand and get that every day. I was just talking to Brett, our construction manager, about updating our scopes of work. So we have a scope of work for every one of our subs. And this year in 26, we're going to add a bunch of things to that. So I'm making our scopes of work tougher for our trade. So to your point, that's what I'm always doing. I'm always trying to make it a little, either the home more efficient, better built, whatever it may be. We're always changing those scopes of work for our subs. We're always looking for new quality trade partners to partner up with us. What we've done over the last couple of years is we pretty much have 2 very high quality trade partners of each field. So what that helps for our customers is definitely keep that price down, because as our country is built on competition's a good thing.
Well, the plumber who was involved in our home is an excellent person, and we've had him come in and show us. He helped put in the water softener. And then I had some questions on something with one of the bathrooms, and he walked me through that, and he acts like he's just got plenty of time to chat with you about whatever is bothering you.
And he comes from a long ways away.
Yeah, he does. He's been great.
Our guys really, as long as we're within about 2 hours, and y'all definitely are by a mile, but if you're within 2 hours, our guys don't mind traveling. It keeps us busy and it keeps us in a different demographic. We can always, I want to grow, which I'm still young and I definitely do. I need to expand that territory a little bit. So going to build y'all home way up north was good. Good. Yeah. Now we got one way out east, all the way in Muldoon, which is out past Gonzales.
Wow.
And we got one down in south in Fall City. So we got a big circle, but we got an amazing team. 14 people on our family here to make it happen for our customers. So doing good. We ventured in some remodel stuff the last couple of years. We don't try to promote that too much, but I definitely want to help customers. I had a text yesterday from a guy I've known forever. Ryan, please tell me you do remodels. Like, oh man, no. Yes, but okay, well, yeah, let's do it. So anyway, we love doing that too. So, well, I want to thank y'all. If there's what you said so many amazing things. You said one thing we can work on is helping you with the fence. We're going to do that. Is there anything that we can work on better for you, Linda? How could I improve the process?
I don't think you can really. Everything's been great. My only issue is some of these things that still need to be worked on. It's just taking a long time to get them done. And because I'm new at this, I don't know if that's normal. Or, we moved in the end of September and got a little issue with the tile that needs to be fixed. And they've been so backed up that it's been hard to do that. But on the other hand, Justin keeps me informed.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, oh, well, they're behind on this, so it'll be a little while. Are you okay with that? Well, yeah, I'm fine. Just keep me posted,
absolutely
on what happens.
The communication is key.
That is really amazing.
And that was a military background. So before we get wrapped up here, I know you have a grandson that's wrestling in Madison, I believe you said.
Yeah, and he lives in Dripping Springs. He goes to Dripping Springs High School, but they have these wonderful tournaments here that last pretty much all day, from 2 until about 8 o'clock at night.
Currently undefeated?
Currently undefeated.
And only 2 were without pins.
Yeah, and this is only his second year wrestling. And he took district champion last year. And this is the last meet until district championships again. And
So what grade is he in?
He's a junior.
Junior.
Last week when we were at another tournament last week, and I was taking a picture of his grandpa sitting next to him, talking to him after one of his meets. And I thought, this is why we came here. This is why we moved, so that we can participate in things like this. And then we drive home to our comfy home. It's all great.
Home. So I always like to end on something. It's kind of a fun deal. No, y'all don't know about it, but that's what makes it more fun. The free form is if you could ask me anything, whether it be personal, business, just you ask me any question in the world. What would be a question you could ask me? This is how I love this, because this gets our customer base to get to know me just a little better.
Oh. You've been so open all the way along.
Well, I am definitely an open book.
Okay,
and that's the reason. And that's the reason I ask everybody we do these podcasts with. You can ask me, because I'll answer any question you want to hear. I'll answer it.
My first thing that came to my mind is, what is the hardest part about what you do? What is the thing that causes you to either lose sleep at night or be fretful or disappointed? Or
so I've been building homes for 20 years, and what made me lose sleep at night when I first started was, am I doing it the best way? Because you're trusting in me, and am I building it the best way? So when something failed and I had to go back and fix it for a customer, it really caused me lose sleep, because when I had to fix it, I realized I wasn't doing it the best way. And that really bothered me. So currently that's not a problem, because we have everybody on the team. I have Brett, which comes with 20 years experience. This year, we're bringing on outside a third-party inspection company to inspect everything I do. As a third-party eyes, we don't have to do that. We're just going to do it because, again, I want to keep getting better. So recently, I tell my guys, if y'all are losing sleep at night, then that means you're not doing all you can do every day. But being that I know I have the best team, I have the best software, I have processes in place to make sure that we're not having these discrepancies, that is, in the last 5 years, why I sleep fine, because I know I'm doing the best. Now, if I have a customer that's maybe not 100% satisfied, in my mind, did I do absolutely everything I could and proper and code and everything else? If I do, then I'm fine. So that was a big one back in the day, was that would cause me to lose sleep at night. But the most challenging thing about the job, I would say, probably is getting that customer to understand that this custom process and working with R&D custom builders is going to be fun. Because again, there are more horror stories than there are good stories. And just like your friend said, if you talk about custom homes, I promise you there's 10 bad things for every one good thing you're going to hear. So how do I make that customer understand that it's going to be okay? I promise you we're going to hold your hand, because they've heard all the bad. So that's honestly the most challenging part. But once I get them in, and once they really start seeing the process and they relax and they loosen up, then it becomes like awesome. Like, I've turned this person, I've took them from negative custom home builder to, oh my God, I want to build another one, or I don't have to because I already got what I want.
You definitely succeeded with us, because we got that right from the get-go. That was valuable.
This is not the only home we built.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only custom home we built. We did build a home in Ohio, but we came into it halfway. So the builder knew the lot, he knew basic structure, he knew what he had lined up for. Well, he hadn't really lined up. We chose the carpeting, we chose the floors.
Yeah, but you couldn't pick where your switches went, where your plugs went.
That's right.
All that was already predetermined.
And that was hectic.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, then
it was the builder's home. It was his plan. It wasn't anything we came up with. We loved it. It was a nice home and all that. But this has felt, just the other day again, Randy said, gosh, to think that we're part of the reason it looks like this is because we came up with this idea, but who knew that it was really going to turn out this well?
Come to life. Yeah. And that's where our expertise says, yes, that'll work, or maybe that won't work. We try to guide you through the process. Right. So, but when we stamp your bottom name on the side of that plans, we commit it to your plan. So when y'all have y'all's plan and you rolled up in y'all's top of y'all's pantry or wherever it is, that's your plan. I commit that to you, and I won't ever build that home again. Because that's just one thing we want to stand behind. Yeah, this year we're going to hit 300 homes that we're going to close. We'll end up closing hit our 300th this year, and not one of those 300 is the same.
Oh, that's cool.
Even if a customer comes to me, like Greg Williford, y'all don't know him, but he's one of our sales guys. He walked in our model that y'all went into. No, I'm sorry, the one before y'all, the one y'all went into, and he's like, this exact home, just this way. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And he begged me, and I said, I'm not going to do it, Greg. There has to be something you want to change. Like, let's tell tell me how you live. Tell me what you want. And all of a sudden he starts talking and opening up. And he was one of those ones also. He didn't know that this process existed, right? All he knew was, if I don't come to this guy with the plan, I don't know what I'm going to get. And I see this and I like it. So just build this. And it's the safest way to go. But it's not, because it's not what you want. I promise you, there's no way every one of us live the exact same way. We don't.
Mm-mm.
You're a big workshop guy. You want to go from your workshop into a close restroom, buy a closet, then you're straight into your laundry room, take your clothes off, throw them. That was the way you live. Okay, great. Let's meet those needs. Let's do that. I'm not that way. So why would I be that way? Well, we're more gardening, chickens. Okay, so I want to come in from the chicken gardening area to a big sink and then a little area to store all this stuff, so that's what's important to me when we remodeled our home. Everybody's different is what I'm getting at. So what's beautiful about our process is start with our sheets, start with our process, just let us guide you like we did. And at the ultimate day, success.
Yep.
So did you have one you wanted to while you were thinking a little bit? A great question there, Linda.
I really don't.
You don't? Okay, well, that's no problem.
I just can't think.
Can't think of them. That's fine. That's fine. But I am very open. I was raised that way, and you got to tell 100 lies to cover up one lie. So if you never tell a lie, you don't have to tell any more lies.
I was wondering if I should even tell you that. When just before you said that a couple minutes ago, I thought, I wonder if I should do that, because I feel like I can tell when people are being honest with me. Mm-hmm. I feel like I can tell when they have integrity. I can tell when they're.
She's dead on.
And we've had salesmen come where I've said, don't even talk to them, because something's just off here. Mm-hmm. And you're probably one of the most honest people I've ever met. And it comes across in your face. It comes across in your body language. It comes across in the people who work with you. And for me, that's a huge thing, because I notice, I just have that feeling. So I wasn't going to say that, but now I am, because I think that's important. And when you've trusted somebody with your home, exactly, which is basically your future.
Yes, ma'am. You live in it every day. You sleep in it. When the rain comes, you protect it, take care of you.
For me, it was just huge.
Well, I want to thank y'all again very much. I know you got to get to your grandson's wrestling match.
Hope he remains undefeated.
We're going to root him on from behind the scenes over here at Lavernia, Texas. I won't make it, but I know you'll be there for him like you always are. So thank y'all for coming in today. Be safe out there. Thank you so much. And if you're in the Blanco. Sorry, I get Bernie and Blanco always mixed up. The Blanco area, and you want to view one of our beautiful homes, thank y'all, and look us up. And they said you could come on by, and if you're got your golf bag with you, you can play a little golf, right?
They'd have to work that out with the course.
Hey, but if you're on the fourth
if you're on the fourth fairway,
give us
shoot left. Shoot left.
Yeah, shoot left.
Because if not, you have to cross a wrought iron fence here real soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thanks everybody for listening in to Behind the Build with R&D Custom Builders. And again, Randy and Linda, thank you all very much for your time. And I look forward to doing this again. Thanks for trusting in R&D Custom Builders. We're here to make your dreams come true.